Morning folks, it's Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to the farm vlog. This is the part 2 of trying to get all that mulch over in our little camping area, our little hangout spot, and also fixing the road here. So today we're gonna finish up. We had the skid loader break down on us yesterday, which is kind of a bummer, but you know, it's just a fact of life here on the farm. Sometimes stuff just breaks. So what we're gonna do today, I've got Steve, my volunteer. He's coming up. He'll be here in just a little bit. He's gonna help us rake out and smooth over all that mulch that we put down over here in our camping fire pit area. And we're gonna show you how I scrape the road here. I scrape the driveway. So we've got humps, like piles, humped up all over here where the dump truck guy dumped all the rock. So this rock is called solite, okay? It's different than regular granite stone. Solite rock is a little bit lighter. It's a whole lot cheaper, and we're putting it down to build a road base. And then once we're done with the road base, we'll put down the granite stone and get it packed down and build us a nice road in here. But first we want to put this cheaper, less expensive stuff so it packs down in there. We'll give it a year or so, and then we'll come and top dress it with some regular granite. So come along with us today. We'll show you how we scrape the road, and this is the initial setup of building a new driveway. So if you guys are building a new driveway at your home or at your homestead or at your farm, this is a good way to do it, okay? And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a few minutes. So let's get busy, let's start working. Come on along, guys, we'll have some fun, all right? Woo! Stoney Ridge, farm Stoney Ridge, Stoney Ridge Farm. So you folks might be a little bit curious about how the deer hunt went yesterday. The hunt went great. Me and the red beaver went up. We got right behind the house there and we had a good hunt. It was right before dark, and like 5 does ran out and 3 bucks ran out chasing them. And this one buck kind of walked up, and he walked up on me. And the funny story is, I was up in the deer stand and I had to pee so bad. I don't know if any of you guys are hunters, but if you are a hunter, I know you've been in a deer stand and you've had to pee. We were working all day yesterday, and I drank like 4 cups of water before I got in the deer stand. That was a no-no. So I had to pee really, really bad. So I was like, man, it's dark. It's time to come down. So I creeped down out of the tree and went into my little shed and started peeing. And then the red beaver texted me. He said, deer, deer, deer. And there was like, I looked over my shoulder while I'm peeing. And there was like 9 deer right there behind me. I was like, holy crap. And the does all ran down the hill, and this one buck came up strutting. And he came up, so I popped him. And now we have deer meat in the freezer, which is awesome. Feed our family. Good times. That's the way it is. Country boy living. So I had a little surprise this morning that the red beaver left me on the back of the Gator. It's that thing right there. Ugh, I'll turn away from it. It's the deer's butt. He left the deer's butt in my Gator. Red beaver. So what you can't see, you're getting ready to experience. Can't really see these humps, but they're big humps. So it's really difficult to see how unsmooth this really is, but I hope that gave you a little bit of a frame of reference as to how rough this driveway is. Let's get down here to the skid steer and I'll tell you what we had to do to fix it. So folks, I'm walking up right now, and this is the pathway that we made yesterday so that we can drive the Gator down through here or have a nice little hiking trail to get down through the woods to our little spot down here. That's a sweet spot. That's our little camping area, little hangout spot. So let's talk about the skid loader and what the problem was here. Little latch right here, pull the latch, open up, and here's our engine bay, our engine compartment. Right in here is where the problem was, and this is a new fuel filter, okay? We had to put a new fuel filter on it. And this is the second fuel filter I've had to go through. Oh, by the way, let me correct myself. This is the hydraulic filter, that's the oil filter, and that's the fuel filter. For all you folks that commented the last time I had to change a fuel filter on this, the problem we were running into was that the fuel filter on this thing is clogging up because this machine sat for like 5 or 6 years. So we got to drain the fuel tank at some point and put all new fuel in and make sure the fuel gauge is working properly and make sure we get all that water and trash out of the fuel tank. So let's start scooping on that pile of wood chips right there and get busy. Make this place look beautiful. I don't know if you can tell a difference, but goal number 1 has been met for the day. We've got this all smoothed out. We've got a couple little camping spots set up over here, and it's gonna be really nice. Steve's finishing up raking, and I'm gonna join him right here, and we'll rake up some stuff, and then we'll get on the gravel. Okay guys, we're getting ready to do some tractor work, and as always, I need to give you my tractor disclaimer. This is the way I do it. It might not be the way you do it, but it's the way I do it. So if you have constructive criticism, please please leave that constructive criticism. If you leave sarcastic, hateful, or curse words, I'm just going to delete them. So, you might as well not use them. Give me constructive criticism, help me, and make me a stronger and better person. And do something you can be proud of today, instead of being an insulting tractor expert. Thank you. All right. Woo! So guys, in case you're wondering what kind of rake we've been using, this is called a landscape rake. One of the most handy rakes I've ever owned, okay? I got it at Lowe's. It's called a landscaping rake. I'll find one online and post a link to it. This is a Cobalt brand, so it's a lifetime warranty brand tool. I just thought I'd show you this thing. This thing is 100 times better than a standard garden rake when it comes to spreading mulch or moving gravel or stuff like that around the farm. So, landscape rake. We're gonna have a permanent landscape rake down here. That way we can always rake out and clean up a spot if we want to camp or we want to burn a campfire. Landscape rake. Folks, now that I've gotten this spot done right here, we've taken a big old pile of rock and we spread it out nice and fairly even. We'll take the tractor blade and we'll back drag. And the way we'll do this is we'll drag the blade straight and flat over this probably 5 times. And once we get it smooth and level, we'll turn the blade and dip it ever so slightly and go back and forth again to heap it up. And basically the way you want your road or your driveway to do is you want a hump. You want it to be heaped up in the middle so that water sheds off the middle and doesn't cause a gully. We've got a spot up here, I'll show you. This spot right here is a spot for potential washing, okay? It's the only real spot that I really think could wash besides the entryway. And we want to make sure that's packed down nice and that it's crowned really nice so that we don't end up with a gully down through here. We want to do this maybe 1 time a year. We want to maintain this driveway. So we're going to try to do it right here. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it flat. Let's go get the tractor. So the next step we're going to do, we've already drug it flat. We've got our gravel smoothed out. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our blade. And basically we're going to turn our blade this direction and drop it ever so slightly, maybe this much, okay? It's already set up like this, and the adjuster is on this right-hand side of the tractor. So what we'll do is we'll pull these pins out. Sometimes they come easy and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you got to give them a little force. And basically, take those pins out and rotate our blade ever so slightly, just 1 notch over. So what we're going to do, since it's 1 notch over now and our blade is crooked, it's going to pull that gravel that's tipped over the edge back into the center and cause that driveway to have the crown. Now later on, after we've driven on this quite a few times, it'll develop a sag where the tires go. It's okay. We'll come back over it and we'll drag it first like this. We'll pull it all to the center and then we'll knock it down. And then basically over the years, we'll basically pull the gravel from the edge into the center and then drag it back flat. Pull it from the edge into the center and then drag it back flat. Now you can do too much of this and it can tear up your driveway, okay? So you can continue to dig and dig and dig, and basically what's going to happen is you're going to end up down in the dirt. We don't want to do that. We want to maintain it properly. And basically every year, maybe every spring, every fall, we'll drag it, smooth it out, and pack it down. So that's it. So that's what we're going to do. Guys, I want to thank you a whole lot for joining us here on the farm. I hope you've learned a little bit here. We took the skid loader and we did basically all the bucket work with the skid loader. I know I could do it on the tractor, and I know there's a whole lot of folks out there that say, all you need is a tractor with a bucket. Well, all you need is a tractor with a bucket, but the skid loader really makes a difference in maneuverability and speed. So moving that rock took about a quarter of the amount of time with the skid loader as it would have with the tractor. So it's a real time-saving machine, and it's not mine. So it's very nice to have it on the farm here to use. So building this road's been a bit of a challenge, but I'm gonna say we're pretty much complete with the road here. Now all we gotta do is just pack it down by driving on it, using the road here. This is gonna be our access point for the whole back side of the farm. And soon, guys, I'll have a map posted up, okay, so that you'll know where we're working, when we're working, okay? So at the beginning of most videos, once I get this map built up, I'll show you where we're working on the farm if it's something that's important, because I know you probably don't know where the heck we're at. But we're on down past the house. We live on a dirt road. We go past our driveway and we swing in to the right, and this takes us into the back 90 acres of the farm. Thanks a lot for coming to join me today. Me and Steve. Steve's operating the camera today, which is awesome. Have a good camera guy. Thanks a lot, guys. Come on back and see me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. I hope you learned a whole lot, and I hope you come back and see me. Don't forget to click that like button. Leave me a little comment down there if you have any other ideas or suggestions, and don't forget to click that little bell down there. It notifies you when I post a new video. Thanks a lot. All right? Woo! Folks, you may wonder why someone would come and volunteer on a farm. Well, I have not asked Steve this yet, and this is like on the spot. I'm putting him on the spot. I told him I was going to ask him some questions. So what drove you here? I know you said you like to go hiking and stuff like that. You like me outdoors.
Right.
Why would someone come and volunteer on the farm here?
It's quiet, it's peaceful, it gets you out of your head. You don't have to think of anything.
Yeah.
Other than you bossing me around.
Yeah, not bossing them around. So is it fun? Are you having fun?
It is.
Okay.
It's lots of fun.
All
It's
right.
lots of, like you said, know-how. You watch the videos.
Yeah.
Now you see where everything is.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
So would you recommend to somebody to come up here and work? Would you like to have a buddy to work with up here? So if we're all up here working, if we have a work day, my future plans are to start having maybe a work day once a month or something like that, and everybody maybe like the first Saturday of every month, and have volunteers up to come and work on the farm and come and be in the videos and come and share a part in this building of a farm and of a place to stay, of a place to be, of a place where you know where your food comes from, and sharing the dreams with other people. I think one of the things I used to say to my wife when we first bought this place is, well, what good is it if we can't share it?
Right.
So. And do you feel like I'm sharing it with you?
Yeah, you are.
And do you think that's worth coming up?
It is.
I love having him. He's great to have. It's always good to have a second hand on the farm for safety's sake, for work's sake. My wife's a tiny lady. She's like 5'2", 110 pounds. So she's not lifting 50-pound feed bags and stuff like that. And she's not able to move things around like having a man up here like Steve. There's a place for everyone here. If you want to come and volunteer on the farm, guys, shoot me an email. I'll put you on the email list, and hopefully we'll start having a farm work day sometime in the next couple months. We'll try to do a farm work day, and unless it snows. Well, if it snows, there's still a lot of fun days, farm fun days. You know, guys, if you want to share in part of this, and you want to come up to the farm, and you want to see it, and you want to visit, and you want to have some fun, you want to work, you want to stay, we're going to build a cabin out here where folks can come and stay and enjoy themselves. So hopefully the plan in the future is to have either 2 or 3 cabins, a place where you can come and camp, a place where you can come and stay. We want to do some music festivals up here. We've got a great natural amphitheater down here.
It is.
Let me show you here. So this is 25 acres of amphitheater right here. There's a bottom right down in there that's just flat, perfect place to put a stage. We'd have an awesome music festival up here, guys. So I just want to share my thoughts with you guys and share Steve's thoughts with you and let you know, what Steve thinks, what somebody else thinks, what's their perspective. Is Stoney Ridge Farm real? Is it a cool place? Is it a great place to be? Is it something that you see growing?
See the grass grow every time I come up here.
Grass is growing. Guys, thanks a lot. Come on back and see us, okay? See you later.